Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey, we are enjoying Blanton's Whiskey. And today's video is more of an announcement. What is that announcement, you're asking? Well, Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff is going to start doing official reviews. And of course, what you didn't just see me doing is do the official reviews in air quotes. And you're probably asking, what do you mean by official reviews? Well, for those that have watched the channel, you've noticed that I've been talking about games, whiskeys, nerd stuffs, and all that, but I haven't been doing actual reviews. I've been talking about what I've liked, not liked, but not in doing reviews in the sense, a traditional sense, where you go through and talk about specific things, what you liked, what you didn't like, and give it a rating 1 through 5. I've mainly just kind of said I've liked it or not liked it, and kind of talked here and there, but not gone into a specific subject matter. So based on some feedback from viewers on this and other sites, I decided to go ahead and do some official reviews on the various things I'm talking about. So of course, the next thing that came up is, well, what kind of review am I going to do? What am I going to highlight? How am I going to rate it? What are some of the categories that I'm going to discuss and rank and whatnot? So I've taken some feedback, talked to some different people, and I thought I would go ahead and post this video and then take that feedback and additional comments from this video and then start going into the official review process. So the obvious thing was, hey, how are you going to rate it? You're going to do 1 star, 2 stars? Well, it shouldn't come as no shock. I'm going to do whiskey bottles. So I'm basically going to do each category in a 1 through 5 ranking, 1 whiskey bottle being the worst, well, technically the worst, and 5 whiskey bottles being the best. And then, of course, I will use a half bottle symbol to represent things like 3.5, 4.5, things like that. So for the rating itself, it'll be a 5 whiskey bottle ranking. And then what I'll do is we'll go through, and here's my initial thoughts for the review process itself. So what I'll start with is a basic intro to the games or the product that I'm going to talk about. So if it's a game, for example, I'll talk about the publisher, the number of players, the designer, the type of game it is. Is it a roll and write, flip and play, deductive, that type of thing. And if it's a comic, talk about the comic book. If it's a book, say it's a book. But kind of here is what I'm going to talk about and go from there. Then for games, I'll talk about the rules. That'll be another category. The rules, are they easy to understand out of the box, or are there enough YouTube or other videos out there where you can just find an easy, nice how to play, and within 5-10 minutes you'll know how to play a game. So then, of course, for the games, they'll talk about thematic table presence. What kind of how is this game thematically? What kind of table presence is it? And including in that table presence will be the quality of the product. Then I'll talk. Another category will be what I'm calling the cost per play, which is what I'll go into is, as the time of filming that video, here's how much the game costs online or should cost at a local game store. And then I'll kind of talk about, if you were to play this game 10 times, your cost per play is X. And then we'll kind of get into some discussions on different types of cost per play, based on the number of hours you're getting out of that play. So for an example, if a game were to cost $10 and it took 1 hour to play and you only played it 1 time, here would be your cost per play of that game. If you were to, go to a movie and spend $10 to go see a 2-hour movie, your cost per hour of that entertainment would be the cost of that money divided by, how long that movie is. Same with a book. If you go spend $20 on a 300, 400 page book, it takes you X amount of hours to read said book. Your cost per entertainment would be that. So on the cost per play, when I'm talking about the games, it's going to be, hey, this game costs $20. Your average play time is 20 minutes. so you can play it 3 times, to be that hour. How many times would you need to play that game to break even on that cost per play? Just so it gives you an idea when you're comparing games. There's some games that you're going to get 100 hours out of gameplay out of, and there's some games that you can play it'll take 20 minutes. So it'll just kind of give you a general idea, and then you can use that information to say, okay, if I were to play this game once a month, how many months would it take me to get to a certain dollar level of what I paid for that? It'll make more sense when we kind of do the videos. And then the fifth category is it fun to play? Is it enjoyable? So I'll kind of go into the intro, the rules, the thematic, the table presence, the cost per play, is it fun and enjoyable? And then when applicable, we'll kind of give some bonus discussions, bonus points of, is this a game that would be an easy to learn game for somebody new to games, or could it be considered a gateway game? How well does it travel? Is this something you could play at the airport? Is this something you could play at a bar? Is this something that you could play at a hotel? How travel compatible is that game? Obviously, books are easy, and some various products will be easy as well. And then another one would be, is it easy to make it a drinking game? There's going to be some games that naturally transition to fun, easy drinking games. So that'll kind of be a bonus category in there. Technically, you can make any game a drinking game, but there's some games that naturally just make a fun drinking game. The fourth bonus point will be, if I were to lose this game, would I go out and buy it again? So do I like the game that much to where after paying $20, $30, $40 for a game, fast forward 6-7 months ahead, I lose the game? Or what I've done with a number of the wallet size games, if I've left it at an airport, do I enjoy that game enough that I would buy it again? To me, that's important. And then would I give the game as a gift to a friend? So if I had somebody that I knew liked games, would I give that to them? And then we'll go ahead and give a general ranking. Each one of those will be ranked out there. I'll put it in there, and we'll kind of do that as we go. It'll be a little bit different with books. I'll do something similar with whiskey. But basically, anything that I talk about that I do an official review for will go through that process. And of course, this will change a tad based on the feedback that I'm getting from people, what you liked and didn't like. But I thought that was an initial good way to begin how we're going to do these reviews. Would love to hear some feedback. Would love to hear some thoughts of what you would like to see and not see in the review, and some additional things that you'd like me to touch on. I do really appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch these videos. And what my plan is I'm going to try and do one official review a week, be it a game, be it a book. A lot of times I think people have seen me open up stuff from just things I've gotten, just random things I thought were cool. I might do a review on that as well. So again, I really appreciate everybody who takes the time to watch this. Please like, comment, make suggestions. And on the topic of suggestions, if you have some specific games that you've seen on past videos, comic books or any products that you would like us to do a review on, please make a comment in the comment section, and we will do an official review on that. And especially with the holidays coming up. And if there's any games or books or things out there that you feel like would fit the whiskey game nerd stuff narrative or topic, or whatever words we want to use to phrase that, please put a comment in the comment section of, hey, I came across this game. I thought it would be perfect to do something for a review. Or if there's a new game coming to the market that you don't feel that's getting enough attention out there and you think it's worth checking out, make a comment in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and check this out. And do a review of it. Same thing for comics. If there's some really good comics out there, or some good books out there, or just general cool nerd things that you thought would be cool, make a comment in the comment section or reach out and we'll talk about it. Again, I do appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to this and watch these videos. Please like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, folks,